the performance that yesterday that, you know what, fair play.
Which was that one?
But Bukayo Saka's performance yesterday was, for what Arsenal are and where Arsenal are at, that I think that boy needs respect. That boy needs his respect. A lot of people always try to talk on Saka, but what he was doing yesterday, I think statistically when they were talking about most dribbles complete, most shots, most everything, the last performance that was of that potency was Jack Grealish, like 5 years ago apparently. He was going crazy.
Jackie G.
You're dumb. And especially in a game where you need like a player to stand up, I just feel like, same way we said that it's Haaland's team, we know it's Saka's team. It feels like Saka's crystallising that. Don't get me wrong, Declan Rice is important. The defence is not conceding, but if we're going to do anything, it's going to be with me. And
I mean,
Arsenal did well to get that result as well, because that's the type of game that
they did drop points last season, I think.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, they did. They did. So
last 2 visits.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, that's what they're going to need to do, isn't it? They're going to need to win against those teams. That's one of the reasons why they said they brought in Gyökeres and these type of guys to score against these type of teams. Now, we'll talk about him in a bit, but I agree. I think Saka had a good game, yeah. But I know there's some people that you're still seeing, like maybe on the internet and stuff, which, you know, obviously is a set piece goal, which is an absolute amazing weapon to have. But I think I don't know if it's 67% of their goals this season might have come from a set piece. So look, a lot of people, it's the one the discussion is about, right? Is it sustainable? That's the whole conversation, right? Can they keep doing this, right? Well, Arsenal can keep scoring from corners. The only thing is, will it be enough to win you the title? Are you going to need to start, you know, doing more in open play? Because I think it's not that many goals that they scored in open play this season so far. So they can keep scoring corners, but is it sustainable enough to win you a title? That's the question, and that's the debate right now, isn't it? So I thought if you're not going to concede goals,
that's
again, Fulham had chances, but at the end, 0 shots on target.
They can carry that on in terms of the clean sheet record, the defensive record, but in terms of, I feel like even the corner goals, it just takes Gabriel going down injured, and all of a sudden that corner threat percentage goes down 25%. Do you know what I mean? And I do think, look, it's a crucial weapon to have. It can get you out in so many games where it's tight, where you maybe not creating much in open play. But I still don't think any Arsenal fan watching their team, this is the final evolution they thought this team would be. They thought this would be the final image of what Arteta's process would look like, in my opinion. And if you're going to go and win the title in an ugly fashion and it gets you there in the end, you're never going to complain about it. The title's there. But if they don't, that's where it comes back to the conversation of why aren't we developing more kind of in terms of our pattern of plays and how we look outside of set pieces.
I think I've got some pushback for that, because like if you look at the Calafiori goal that didn't go in, that's a moment of like majesty. Like that was cold.
They're capable of it.
They're capable of that. And also, like, I think it depends on what school of thought you're from. They've conceded 3 goals in 8 games. They've gone back-to-back games without conceding a shot.
Arsenal are fine, personally.
Like, if I'm being so real, the numbers, if you're looking at it, they're on track to equal Chelsea's
Conte.
No, the 15 goals conceded season. They're on track to do that. So if your ministry
said that's the hardest record.
My thing is, if your ministry is defense wins titles, and you're able to do that, all you need is for the fine tune a little bit. If you're getting the results across the line, who are we to complain?
I think personally,
but this is my issue.
Helped by the fact that Liverpool obviously are doing what they're doing as well.
But let me just finish off. This is where it gets interesting though, because when they had the Invincible season, that was a season where they drew too many games. Now you're gonna need but that's back then. Now you need the wins. You can't be drawing 10 games. You're gonna need your Gyökeres to score. When it comes time for him to score, he has to. Because now everyone knows that you're not going to concede against, you're not going to score against Arsenal. So we're just going to try and defend. If you're playing against low blocks, you might only get that one chance. He has to score. There's no debate in that. When he gets his chances, he has to put them away, because the defense are going to keep up their side of the argument. So what it comes down to is, when you get your moment, you might not need 20 goals this season. It might come down to 5 moments. You have to bury them.
That's the thing. That's why I don't think Arsenal, top of the league right now, in a good position, because as I said, if people are going to talk about like the percentage of the set, whatever, but if you walk into football matches knowing my defense are going to keep a clean sheet, and do you know what, even on the odd chance they break us, we got Raya who moves like a cat whenever he wants. I think that's the solidity and the safety that they need and they have. So I understand what you're saying because, listen, it's a result-based game. If the results turn, all of a sudden every narrative that you've hid in your mind comes to the forefront. So I get what you're saying. But I think right now, when you're looking at the turbulence of Liverpool right now, okay, he's right about Man City. But when you're looking across the board in terms of, I'm looking at who are going to trouble Arsenal in that fashion. I know Fulham had the opportunities yesterday, but I don't know. I just don't feel like with that defense and that goalkeeper, they're going to lose many games, man. And you're right in terms of you can't have too many draws, but they're not getting draws, man. They're winning these football matches. So,
would you lot make of Gyökeres? I feel like over the last 2 games I've started to see a lot more Arsenal fans almost. Let me know in the comments as well what they're saying. But
I can't see the comments right now.
They seem like they're almost getting a little bit sick of it. Where they're like, because the thing, do you remember a couple of weeks ago you asked me and I was like, I think in the big games, early doors especially, it'll be harsh to judge him. But one thing he's got to do is be almost like a flat track bully against the Fulhams, against the Bournemouths, against the Brentfords. He's got to be sweeping up and looking at least good against them, at least functional. But it doesn't even seem like, I feel like at times he has the kind of fundamentals, the foundations together. He could be a useful goal scorer for sure when you get him in positions. But how do you get in them positions?
There's 2 sides of it at the moment. There's one side of the fan base, which I'm seeing is like totally bad, terrible player, whatever. And then there's the other side where like he's occupying too and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's a little bit of a, we're trying to cope right now. We want to make sure it works while you're winning football matches. I always say it's the best thing for Gyökeres right now is that Arsenal are winning. Each win makes it easier for him because they're winning. Everyone's happy. Nobody's looking at you. Do you know where I come from? But it's the moment when the results change, that's when Gyökeres is going to really be looked at and what is he offering. It happened with Gabriel Jesus. I'm telling you, it happened with Gabriel Jesus. He was doing his amazing stuff, but he wasn't scoring. And people were saying, he's not taking off shots. He's overdoing it. And when Arsenal started dropping, we started looking at him. Same thing happens with Kai Havertz. I've had it with Martial before when you had the link-up play and stuff that he was doing, but it's like, where's the goals? And with Gyökeres, I think right now the narrative is he's occupying too and he's blah, blah, blah. But if the results change, people will start to look at him. The only currency Gyökeres needs is goals. You know what I mean?
There's one player I actually forget though, just quickly, Jesus. I think he actually could be a secret weapon if he comes back and can stay fit. I think if he can stay fit, I've always loved Jesus. I think there's a serious player in there and he could always provide something. It's just a question of if he can stay fit.
But also like the time to get up to speed. What I would say about the striker thing here is, if I look at the landscape of strikers, I think that who ended up at what club, it was not how it should have been. I think that if Arsenal were to get like a Šeško, the aerial threat, being able to cross stuff into him would have been perfect for them. Gyökeres in many senses for how Ruben Amorim wants to play football.
Hey, chill out. No, he's not.
For what Ruben Amorim wants to do. Pick up. Just punch up, guys.
No.
Perfect for you, man.
Nah.
Perfect for you, man.
Gyökeres would look like the worst striker in Europe.
I think
on my life.
That's his boy. What do you mean?
Got Gyökeres after Højlund.
And the end of the club.
That's his boy.
I would have loved it.
That's his boy.
Bro, Ugarte was his boy. This is the Premier League, bro.
That's his boy.
He would not. This is the Premier League.
No.
He would.
His boy.
Gyökeres, it's good that he's at Arsenal. If he
Trust me,
at
I think that is
United,
as great as he might not be playing, the fact that he's at Arsenal is the best.
It's good. He's still going to score goals.
He's been at United.
Gyökeres will still score goals because he's at Arsenal. Arsenal will get him goals. He will get goals at Arsenal.
I'm saying that in terms of
Manchester United,
get your own food.
Bro, Sesko's the better profile for what Amorim needs at Man United.
I think Šeško at Arsenal would have been...
No, Sesko Arsenal would have been good, but don't say the other thing. Don't say the other part, bro. Don't say Gyökeres.
Sesko can afford a bit of time at United because he's still young. You know there's raw polishing. Gyökeres at his age coming into United, they would have said, come and change our lives. Yes. And within 3 months, if you ain't hit 12...
Bro,
get the forks out.
I reckon in terms of
get
profile,
the pitchforks out.
If it was a different way, it would have been. But also with the Gyökeres thing, the whole occupying defenders debate is interesting because we see people like, again, I don't like comparing, but Haaland's able to do both. He's occupying and scoring.
Of course, that's a level. You can't.
I know,
you can't compare
I know, but what I'm saying is that's the caliber of opposition you're going up against, and that's why I made the point that if Arsenal's way to the title isn't about having a goalkeeper that's scoring 20, then
Bro,
1-0 wins. 1-0 win your way to the title.
Arsenal are good enough to still win without their striker having to be unbelievable.
He could get 10 Premier League goals and they can still win the season.
But when you have an all-time defence, you can do that.
But like I said, those 10 Premier League goals, they're going to come in games where he will get that one chance. And it might be a thing where Bukayo Saka's giving it everything, he's not able to. You have to knock the door down.
Yeah. I don't think... Right now, listen, when you're winning, it's all good, right? I'm telling you now, that defence is... And the thing is, the fact that they have the options to bring other people in, that's the thing. That defense, it's an all-time defense. That's the thing, right? A lot of people are gonna want to wait for the trophies and all that stuff, but we know we're witnessing one of the best defenses in Premier League that I've seen anyway. And since I've been watching the Premier League, we're watching one of the best defenses. It's now just time for them to bring it home, and I think there's no better season or no better opportunity than now. And I know a lot of people, listen, we know Liverpool were the favourites walking in there, but once Liverpool, if you got sniff blood, innit? You got sniff blood. Things change. I always say pre-season predictions are the most pointless thing ever. They're the most pointless. All there is to see who looks the most clueless at the end of the year. That's really all it is. Pre-season predictions mean nothing. You talk about what happens in the season, and right now Arsenal are comfortably a better team than a Liverpool. So for me, this is the year. They got to go and do it. If it doesn't happen this year, then that
I want to ask you guys a question. I know you just said that pre-season predictions are useless, but if you had to quick sim the rest of the season, how does the top 3 end?
Bro, who knows, bro? I don't know.
At this point, honestly, it's too.
I'll still keep it as the same. I'm still have to keep it as the same 3 though, yeah.
Yeah, as in what order? Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Yeah.
You'd have Liverpool win the league.
Oh, well, you trying to throw your name?
Nah, I said Arsenal. I said Arsenal.
I said them 3.
Arsenal. Are you loading up Buckle Up Part 2?
No.
Arsenal. I think Arsenal are gonna do it.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Liverpool, City.
I don't know about the other 2, but I think Arsenal are gonna do it. Yeah.
I hear it.
What do you think? You still going Liverpool?
That Arsenal defense, man. I don't see them conceding 2 goals.
It's a long season,
but I don't concede.
What do you think?
I'm still sticking with the same,
Liverpool. Oof.
It's sticky. It's sticky right now. It's sticky right. But the season's long.
The season.
I mean, everybody goes through their peaks and troughs.
The season is long. That defense is inspiring.
Period. FA Cup period. March.
That defense is inspiring.
April.
Hey, what if Arsenal start doing like a...
Yeah, I mean,
Liverpool are going through that too, though.
Hey, I know, I'm just saying, season's long.
Arsenal start doing the John Obi Mikel, Jose Mourinho thing. It's like, all right, let's look up shop. Come on.
What's going on? The laptop changed?
Yeah, this laptop is retired. This laptop is retired. Please take that old one, please.
Give it to me.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
take it, man.
All right, cool.
Come on. Let me
go through super chats. Where are we?